Hello, everybody. It's Father Paul Turner from the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception in Kansas City, Missouri. As I mentioned last week, we're switching platforms for me in making this weekly live chat, and I'm still not real comfortable with where we're at. So I think I'm live and a few minutes early, but thought I would just go ahead and start while I seem to have a connection, and we'll just go. Anyway, hope you all are well and that you've got your Lent off to a good start. Congratulations to the Chiefs and the great victory they did. Made the city very, very proud. A lot of people turning out to celebrate this achievement and to thank them for their hard work to make this happen for our city and for their fans. Extreme condolences to the family of Lisa Lopez Galban, who lost her life in a horrendous shooting at the end of the rally. It was a terrible mar on the spirit of Kansas City. We have a beautiful, strong city. We can do better, but we have many wonderful things. So our condolences to that family. I can't imagine the grief, the horror, and the anger that must be welling up over there. I just hope everyone knows of our tremendous care and love for everyone who's involved. Please promote peace. Please promote good ways of connecting with one another and making our city a city of great understanding. Fridays of Lent are days of abstinence from meat. How did you do so far today? I find even I sometimes forget, like I've opened the fridge and have started to prepare something before I go, or I'm with someone and they remind me you can't do that. So it's a very human thing to forget from time to time, but let's try to help one another so we can do it. I'm planning on eating tuna for dinner tonight. The Stations of the Cross are also happening on Fridays of Lent. My thanks to our deacons who are tag teaming those. You can join them at 6:00 tonight and pray along. I believe that is also being live streamed, but we sure prefer to have you there in person if you can come on over. And I think your experience will be richer if you can be there in person. Another offering of our deacons this Lent is called Jesus and the Eucharist. This is a study prepared for the National Eucharistic Revival. Parishes throughout the country are taking this on. In our parish, I'm just very pleased that our two deacons are taking this up as a ministry for us during Lent. They're both very busy guys. They're both very giving guys, and for them to do this study as well as Stations of the Cross for us is really, really quite exceptional. So give them some support. Come on over and enjoy the study. I hear that both groups got off to a good start this week. Deacon Julio is leading a group on Tuesday evenings, and Deacon Jim is leading a group on Thursday after Mass. So you're welcome to these, even if you have to bop from one to the other during the season. It's fine. There are 7 sessions and one is down, but you are still able to sign up or just come on over. We'll get you rolled in. The rite of election is this weekend. This is an annual celebration, especially for those who are unbaptized and are petitioning for baptism this coming Easter. It will also include many people from around the diocese who are already baptized but are seeking membership within the Catholic Church. The rite of election is a popular celebration in every diocese. Bishops generally love it. They are inspired to see the faith of so many people who are anxious to become a part of our church and to follow Christ more closely. So do keep our catechumens in your prayers. I forget exactly the number. I want to say we have 6 or 8 of them. If you attend 9:00 Mass, you will see them every Sunday morning. We have a dismissal catechesis for them. So after the homily, they go off to talk a little bit further about the scripture readings of the day. It's a beautiful ministry. I'm grateful especially to their godparents who will assist them this weekend at the rite of election. We host two of these. Bishop Johnston will lead one tomorrow morning, and I believe that's when our group will be there. And then tomorrow evening, there'll be another group. Bishop, of course, will be back. On Sunday afternoon, the bishop goes to St. Joseph, Missouri, to the cathedral there, the co-cathedral of St. Joseph, and he will do a third rite of election there. I generally go to all three of these wearing my other hat, the director of the Office of Divine Worship, to make sure that things are going swimmingly. And usually they do. So I'm grateful to everybody who makes this possible. The second collection this weekend is the Catholic Charities Emergency Assistance Appeal. This is an annual event, the first weekend of Lent. Many people enjoy supporting this because it's our local Catholic charities that will benefit from it. When you contribute to this, even though Catholic Charities is a national organization, you are helping local people. So thank you for already for helping us out. And just speaking of collections, as you know, I'm always grateful for everything that you give, but I think you ought to know when we come up short. And last weekend was a classic example of us coming up short. It probably had to do with Super Bowl. We didn't have as many people making the trip to the cathedral for Mass. And as you can imagine, Sunday night during the Super Bowl, we had a very small congregation. That collection, the Sunday night collection, is usually the smallest of the weekend. We want to provide that Mass. We believe it's a service, and we'll do it no matter the size of the collection. We encounter people who just want to pray, and they find this a convenient time to come. But I think last weekend, the Sunday night collection was about $35 for the whole collection. There are parishes in the diocese that have that every week in some collections. So again, I'm not complaining, but I think when it's low, I really ought to tell you where we stand. This weekend, Father Ken will celebrate reconciliation on Saturday afternoon and preside for the Mass on Saturday. He told me he was able to do an extra Mass this weekend, so I said, why not? And he's going to come back over Sunday morning at 9 and preside for us then. There'll be another weekend next month when he'll do that again. You could put this on your calendar already. As you know, Father Ken loves to follow the movies of the Oscar competition, and each year on Oscar weekend, he likes to challenge himself with a homily that incorporates the titles of all of the Best Picture nominees within the course of his homily, while still inspiring you with a good message. So he works hard on that, and I've invited him to preach at an extra time next month when that weekend comes up. So what else can I tell you? It's Lent, you know that. Today, I think we've gone through everything there. I'm just taking another look at the weekend to make sure I'm not overlooking anything, and I think we've got it. I will tell you I'll be gone a few days this coming week. The priests of Fresno, California have invited me to come out and speak to them. So I'll be flying out Tuesday morning, leaving a little bit before the Mass at 12:15. And then I'll come back on Thursday, arriving a little after the Mass. So we'll have a guest presider at the daily Mass on 3 days this week. My talks are on Wednesday. So Tuesday and Thursday are just travel days. As you can imagine, it takes a while to get out there. I'm flying in and out of Denver to get there, or through Denver to get there. And then the actual meeting is in another city. I think they said Visalia, but I have to look all that up and get my talks ready before we go on. So that's the news from here, and thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate your participation in life at the Cathedral, and your support for all good things. So blessings on you this holy season of Lent. Hope to see you this weekend. Ciao.